Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Sedelic. So I know it's been a while since I posted a video. However, I've been in the midst of a transition. I just recently moved to the Atlanta area. So I've been busy. I was busy getting prepared and stuff like that. And then I moved 1 week ago. So I've been busy like unpacking and different stuff like that. But I still haven't unpacked all the way. That'll come with time. I did want to come to you guys and make a video though because I've had so many thoughts on my mind and I've been seeing so many things. So there's a young lady whose mom recently passed and she's famous. She's really on the come up right now. She's probably one of the hottest names in female hip hop right now. I'm not going to say her name just because I'm pretty sure that she's tired of seeing posts and different people talking about the incident that occurred because it's something that's sensitive. So basically, she did an interview with a radio station and the interview brought up her mom and started inquiring about her mom as if her mom was still alive. Now her reaction was the same reaction that probably anybody would give, like, what? Huh? Like, no, and like, I'm not gonna talk about it. Now he says that he was not aware, you know. However, on the post that I saw of the clip of the interview, somebody wrote that it wasn't a mistake by the man, that the man that was doing the interview was the voice of God, reminding her of the evil that she has done by sacrificing her mom to get her record deal. Number one is completely disrespectful. Completely disrespectful. This young woman has talked about her mom and talked about her mom was her best friend. If I'm not wrong, she had been battling a sickness for a while, and that's how she passed away. And number two is ignorant. Why every time like a black person is real successful, like real successful and really doing themselves and they really like changing the status quo and stuff like that, why can't they be successful by their own merit, by their own talents, by their own hard work? Why do black people have to automatically jump to the Illuminati? Like, come on now. Y'all know that we like the best people ever. What don't we do? What haven't we invented? What haven't we changed into something that was 10 times better than it was before we touched it? I mean, I can't think of nothing. I'm gonna be honest. So we are such innovative and creative people, yet in order to achieve a certain amount of success, we have to go make blood sacrifices of our loved ones, and we have to join the Illuminati. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy if you ask me. It's ignorant as hell. So like I said, number one, it was disrespectful, very insensitive. Number two, why can't we let our own succeed? Why can't we? Why do we have to say things like, oh, they part of the Illuminati? If you ask me, it's hate. Because there seems to be an issue with us hating on one another when we could all be successful. So the whole Illuminati stuff, like, y'all need to cut that out. Everybody is not doing something dark or doing whatever to become successful. Now, I'm a conspiracist. You know, I dabble into conspiracy theories and I absolutely find them interesting. However, I mean, nah, my intelligence and all of that is just not going to allow me to believe that all these black people that are successful has just sold their souls and all of this and that. Nah. So that also reminds me of a documentary that I watched on Netflix on a guitarist named Robert Lee Johnson, and it was called Devil at the Crossroads. There's not really a lot that's known about him, and there's actually only 2 surviving pictures of him. If you've seen the documentary, then you probably know why I'm bringing this up as it pertains to this subject. So basically, it was called Devil at the Crossroads because the story of him is that he wasn't so good with the guitar, but something occurred and he got good at it. He left for like maybe a year or something it was. I can't remember exactly. But when he came back to this town, like, he was amazing. Like, his musical ability was like crazy good. So people say that he sold his soul, like he made a deal with the devil or whatever. That's how he was viewed at the time. So he was viewed as he was playing the devil's music, and he was, I don't want to say a henchman of the devil, but he was related in a way because he had sold his soul. That's the myth or whatever. Now the documentary goes and breaks it down into realistic terms of, he referenced a lot of hoodoo things in his music. So, you know, maybe he practiced some hoodoo, and that's what made him be associated with the devil at the time. Or he practiced with a mentor in the graveyard, and I believe they said the reasoning was that, you know, nobody is going to complain about how bad you play in the graveyard. And so people said that he was in there doing dark stuff when he was just simply practicing. Him and his mentor were practicing the guitar in the graveyard. It's just different little things like that. Little things like that to where it was blown out of proportion and made into this thing because people were so fearful and people were so caught up in their religious beliefs. Well, he's singing the devil music. And when I say devil music, I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, he talking about the devil and he praising the devil. I mean, like, he's singing the devil music because he's not singing for the church. It was a really interesting documentary. I definitely recommend it because, of course, the version I just gave you was extremely watered down. But it's really good, and it really just shows how historically our view on religion has really put up barriers for us and has really hurt certain people. Because, for instance, his first, was it his wife? I can't remember if it was his wife or just his girlfriend, but she was pregnant. However, on the night when, or the day when she had the baby, he was, you know, practicing his guitar, and he was expecting to ride on the train or whatever. And when he got there, his baby would be being born. However, he got there and both the wife and the child had died. And her family blamed him because he was singing that devil music. It's ridiculous. And it's crazy because it seems like to me, from how the documentary portrayed his life, like that really played a big part on his life, of him being associated with the devil, and it kind of took him into a dark spiral. And his life ended in him being poisoned. I just wish that we weren't like that, especially viewing that. He was a great musician. Great musician who, if you ask me, he got good because he worked hard at it. He was dedicated. Now, I know people might not think that that's a big part of success, but when you are in touch with your spiritual self and you know yourself and you got your ancestors backing you and they know what's up too, it's powerful. It's very powerful, and it gives you confidence. And I think that confidence is something that is a key to success, because if you're not confident, then how can you show your product? How can you share your gift with the world? And that's actually something that I'm struggling with right now. In all honesty, I know I shared with you all how I was a closeted ex-Christian or whatever. Well, of course, everybody knows now I'm not religious at all, and I criticize it when it needs to be criticized, because I don't really care about, oh, well, I don't want to touch on that, because, you know, I don't want to be viewed like this, or people gonna think that I'm being disrespectful. I don't really care about that. I care much more about the freedom of our people and the health of our people and the healing of our people more than I care about offending some people. I really do. I'm really passionate about it. And that's one thing for me. I'm a spiritual reader. That's one of the things that I do. No, it was a fuck up by a man who should have known better. How I know that I will fulfill my purpose is by providing spiritual services to people and helping them identify what's going on in their lives, what maybe could be tweaked, or how they could fix this, or how they could become closer with their inner selves and their higher self. But I brought that up because my friend asked me this week, well, do you have confidence in what you're doing? And I told her, yeah. But I realized that although I am confident in my skills, and I'm confident in my gift, and I'm confident in my competence, I'm not confident with necessarily telling people what I do because of how it's viewed. I've been told before that I am doing the devil's work. I've been told before that I shouldn't be doing some of the stuff that I'm doing. I've been told that the things that I do are demonic. Even something as simple as smudging. It's as ridiculous as saying that weed is the devil's grass. That's as ridiculous as it is. But I definitely was not confident in telling people. I had an incident to occur this week where I flat out told a lie, and I feel very ashamed about, feeling ashamed about a part of myself. I work with affirmation cards, oracle cards, and tarot cards. But I felt ashamed to say that because I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to hear it again, honestly. And I just didn't want to hear it from a family member that what I'm doing is the devil's work and stuff, because it's annoying and it makes me not want to be around a person, and I just didn't want to hear it, so I lied. And of course, after I did it, I was like, dang, like that was so fake. Like I'm fake as fuck for that. But I mean, we all mess up. I'm not perfect. Like I said in my first video, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I'm still growing into me, and I'm still growing into being confident in what I do. And I realized that that lack of confidence can really affect your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. For me, the greatest thing that we can ever do in this life is impact the lives of other people positively. With what I do, I help people heal. I help people find what they need. I help people get the answers that they might not be able to get on their own. And so I'm just learning how to not let that fear of being associated with something that I don't associate myself with stop me from fulfilling my purpose. I said to myself after, I lied about reading cards, that I would never again downplay myself or deny what I do and deny who I am. I just wanted to kind of talk about it in a more personal view. Just be careful with how you assume things about people, and be careful with how your religion causes you to view people and situations, because with anything that's having to deal with the spirit, like religion or whatever, you should always be trying to gain people and trying to help people, not condemning. And you definitely don't want to be ignorant. Definitely don't let your religion make you ignorant and keep you from actually researching things and researching the origin of things. I really believe that everybody should be accepted for who they are, because everybody is walking a different path. Just watch out when you condemn people based on religion. But I just wanted to share that just because I feel like as a people, when it comes to healing, when it comes to success, when it comes to us getting back in touch with our roots, it's very complex. It's not simple. It's a very complex thing for us, I feel like, due to the oppression that we have faced. And I think that we already have so many naysayers and so many people who are going to criticize us and kick us down from other races, that we as a people should definitely be lifting each other. Sadelic, I'm signing out. So peace, love, and hair grease, everybody.
Shout out to my nigga.